Morning, I'm Darrell Harrison. My wife Sandy and I got married here in 1983 at St. James. We've been members ever since. My son Lucas is a member here. He's been a member all his life, so we truly call this our church home. It seems to me as we begin discussing our stewardship campaign this year that home is a good concept to consider. If we take care of our home, then we're going to be doing the Lord's work and do well. If you will, take the word home and let's use it as a stewardship campaign acronym. H would be for humility. If we are humble in who we are and what we have, then we'll put God first as we prioritize our giving. In Philippians 2:7, we're told to take on the attitude of Christ, and that being a humble servant, as he did. I personally got a great lesson in humility a couple years ago. I was asked to speak at my high school at a scholarship dinner they have. It was a great event, and I was privileged to be there. Sandy and I went, and they treated us like kings. They had a reserved table, great meal of steak and potatoes. Now, I'm a guy that likes a lot of butter on my potatoes, and when the young man came around, I said, "Could I have a little more butter, please, for my baked potato?" He said, "No, sir, 2 pads per person." And I let my ego get the best of me, and I said, "Do you know who I am?" He said, "I certainly don't." And I said, "Well, I'm an ACC football official. I've worked for the ACC for 21 years. I've worked several bowl games, worked the 2009 National Championship game. I'm a member of a great church in Greenville, St. James, where I teach Sunday school occasionally, and I'm on a bunch of committees there, and I attend community Bible study, active in that as well. And as a matter of fact, I'm the guest speaker for this meeting tonight, this program." He said, "Well, that's fine, Mr. Harrison. Do you know who I am?" I said, "Well, no, I don't." He said, "Well, I'm the guy in charge of the butter, 2 pads per person." It was a great lesson in humility, knowing that if we stay humble with a humble heart, we know our place in life, and then we know that we put God first, particularly in giving. The second letter in the word home is O, for opportunity. What a lot of great things we have going on here at St. James. Every Sunday we hear about mission trips and servicing the children with backpack pals and taking care of this program and that program in our church and in our community. Years ago, our stewardship campaign theme was from Philippians 1:5 and 6. And that talks about our partnership in the gospel, and that he who begins a good work in us will see it through to completion. If we take advantage of those opportunities, then we'll enable the Lord to do great work here at St. James. The third letter in the word home is M, for motivation. In a church this size, we have all kinds of interest and all different kinds of motive for giving to our church. And that's a good thing. In Philippians 3:14, Paul teaches that our motivation should be to press on to the mark of the high calling, not average, not just getting by, but the mark of a high calling. If we do that, we'll continue the great work we have here. It's exciting to see the new building and all the activities we have at our church. So let's take that motivation for giving to our stewardship campaign. The final letter for the word home is E, for excellence. The Lord has set an excellent standard here at St. James. We're so blessed. Think about your own home. If something breaks or needs repair, then you're going to repair it or fix it back to our excellent standard. And I think we should take that same approach at St. James. Colossians 3:14 says to work heartily as if working for the Lord, not for men. So let's continue that standard of excellence that the Lord has been so good to us here at St. James in our stewardship campaign this year. So let's have a great stewardship campaign this year at St. James. Let's be humble in our heart, put God first in our giving. Let's seize the opportunity. Let's be motivated to have a great campaign. And let's continue the standard of excellence that the Lord has enabled here at St. James. I ask that you prayerfully consider your giving this year for our stewardship campaign. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all that you do for our church. God bless, and remember, don't ever forget who's in charge of the butter.